Equatorial regions go on to be 5 degrees north and south of the equator. So understand this observational part of it, and be attentive on that count. The equatorial regions don't go on to be continuous in this region. The whole of this region, they don't go on to be continuous. It's this part. That means they are going to be in this form. That is the way that the equatorial regions are going to be. This is the way that the equatorial region goes on to be finding itself in North America. It goes on to be showing a broken expanse. That's going to be a part of the question. It's not that this is where you're going to find an equatorial type of a climate, despite the fact that it goes on to be almost on the equator. So half of its equatorial region goes to fall on the water bodies. And why is it that it goes to make it a perfect equatorial region? Why? Why is it that it's the most perfect equatorial region in the whole of the world? Truly representative one, with a center being at Manaus. This is where you have Manaus. Why? This is because the entire of this northern region is going to be completely open from the Atlantic. So all of these winds that go on to blow from Atlantic, these are the trade winds, they are responsible for bringing a very good amount of rain to the Amazonian rainforest. The same thing is not replicated in Africa. This is again going to be equatorial region. This is largely because the winds that go on to be coming to converge on the equatorial zone or on this equator, they have traveled on the land. So that is what is representative. So what exactly will be the shape of the extension of the distribution of the biotic region is also a matter of our observation. It's not that it is going to be found in South Africa. That is not significant. Even a 6th class student will go to give the same answer. Your answer has to be different. Your observation has to be different from them. And the difference is that which of the region is going to have a high amount of rainfall? Amazonian region and Africa. And why? You know the reason. Now you know the reason. It's only now that you know the reason. Maybe 2 or 3 of them, or maybe 10 of them had known the reason before also. But it's what exactly determines the type of extension of this Arctic region. So that's one. Of course, here also it goes on to be 1. And on this side, what exactly do you going to be having on this side? On the equator, right on the equator. This is exceptional. It is not found anywhere in the world. Right on the equator in Africa, you have a semi-desert condition, that is Somalia desert. Right on the equator. Who say that all the equatorial regions are known for tropical rainforest type of a vegetation? That is not so. So when we are saying that this is the equatorial region, that is not significant. But when we are saying that on the equator, the desert conditions of Somalia and Ethiopia are going to extend closest to that of the equator, that is what is significant. It is this minute observation that is important for you and important for you to answer these questions. And then, of course, you're going to be having Singapore. If you go to extend it, this is where Singapore is. And the whole of this region goes on to be again having an equatorial type of a condition. In this case, the difference is that is all of them go on to be having a different rains during different periods. Different rains during different periods because there is a mountain that runs right through the center of Indonesia, Papua New Guinea, and Malaysia. A mountain range that goes to run right through the center of it. That is what exactly is important in this case. So 3 equatorial regions and 3 of them are different. All 3 of them are different from the perspective of their vegetation as well as from the perspective of rainfall as well. For example, when we go to say truly equatorial region, then out of which of these equatorial regions, here and here, both of them in this place, other than the western portion of it, the eastern portion is not going to be too significant. The basic significance of equatorial rainforest vegetation is that it goes on to be misty and it goes on to be cloudy throughout. It goes on to be raining, it goes on to be cloudy as well. That means that right in the center of the forest, you will go on to have a good amount of a cloud cover or a foggy condition. It will go on to be replication of that foggy condition in that region. That is going to be throughout in this region. Why? Because of these mountain ranges. Right? So it's difficult to have a very clear visibility in this case. Difficult to have it. That's equatorial.